work a little bit better than the last one because I'm a little closer to the camera. It's finding a place to pile all this stuff and do a video is really difficult. I don't have space right now. But anyways, let's get done. Let's get through what I've been doing. This is in no particular order. I still haven't found my missing charts. I had a whole tub of missing charts. So some of this is just, it's not the original chart, which is, it's got to be here. It's got to be here. But I haven't had time to go through all of my stuff. So, but where could it have gone, right? So some of these are printed out charts, but I do have proof that I paid for them. So before anybody freaks out, there's one designer that's going to freak out, and I don't care because I paid for them. And yeah, anyways, I will find it eventually when I can get to the rest of my stuff. They've got to be here. It would be a huge tub. If you didn't see my last video, you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you did, no, I haven't found it yet. Anyway, so that's what we're working on. And I'll be back because I forgot my coffee. Hold that thought, please. Alrighty. We are prepared. All right, first one up. I do not know how to pronounce any French. Oui, that's it. So I believe this is called My Sheep. At least that's what Google Translate said. And I started this in 2022, 2023, somewhere in there. The information, if you ever go looking for information, it's always on my Instagram or my Facebook. Eventually it will end up on my mousepotatodesigns.com page also, but for now, time. But I know it was 2023, I'm pretty sure was the last time I worked on it. And it looks like this. And this was the hardest chart that I've ever stitched, even though it's little, because there is a tremendous amount of free stitching. Just fill in what you want. I thought that'd be really cool when I bought it. It wasn't. I didn't enjoy it. In fact, that's why I haven't worked on it since the last time, like in 2023, because it was really hard. I'm not a free person. I take what I see and I can change it. But to just make it up on my own, no, not so much. And so anyways, but I did get this done. And I think it turned out super duper cute. I have no idea what I'm going to do with any of these when they're completely fully finished, because that's not in my wheelhouse this year. So, but I did get it finished. And yeah, see all of these trees here, they're all freehand. There's no chart for them. It just has the trunk of the tree, and then you have to fill it in yourself. And I'm not good at that, but I think it turned out pretty cute. I did change the church to a barn. And other than that, I don't believe I made too many changes. No, I didn't make any other changes to this. So that is My Sheep. And I can't pronounce. She's the nicest lady. She really is. And I feel really bad when I can't pronounce names, but I do not speak a lick of French or Italian. I can say my numbers in Spanish. And hola. We will not get into that because the news right now, our toddler needs to be put in a timeout. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. But anyways, again, this is what the chart looks like. Okay. So that's my first finish from last time. We'll pile it over here on the thing. I can't remember if I have any other finishes. I have some small finishes. I can't remember. Y'all, it's been a while. So the next one I have to show you is the Jardin Privé monthly. It looks like this. And I got May and June done from the last time that you guys saw this, and I have my address covered up because what I'm doing is I'm personalizing this as I get to months that have something important. So like for March, I did my anniversary and my birth date. And so for May, even though May isn't when we bought the house, I don't know when we bought the house. It had a house in it, so I did all of our current house stuff information on it, and I think it turned out super duper cute. And no French knots in this one. Nope. So I'll move on to the next couple of months of that. I'm not doing it in monthly order because I'm just trying to get things done. So all right. Next one I've got is a Crochet Go-Go, Go-Go, not Coco, although she probably likes chocolate, so Coco would be all right. Crochet Go-Go's free lavender chart she did back in 2019. It looks like this. Again, this is a free chart, so you can get it off of her website. All of the information is down below. And I stitched it, of course, with French knots, and I added a little bit of twine as the string around the bundle instead of stitching it. And I just think it turned out really super duper cute. And I did all French knots on the lavender, and I think it turned out cute. And of course it's purple. So, but this is part of my weekend quickie series that I've kind of started when I need a break from the bigger charts that I'm trying really hard to get through all my big whips that I've had going for years this year. And I don't really want to start another series, and I don't really want to start another big project. I just want to get through what I've got. And so, but after a while, you kind of get burned out on what you're stitching. And so I've been doing weekend quickies because they are easy to finish in a weekend in between all of the remodeling and renovating. And so this is a part of that series. And yeah, and I just think it turned out really cute. So that's that one. What you doing, Miss Sophie? All right. Next up is another one by the same designer. And like I said, I have no idea how to pronounce her name. I apologize. I really have no idea. But I call it Sewing Mice, and it looks like this. And this chart is really wide, 292 wide. And I shortened it up and took a couple pieces out of it because it was like really wide and my attention span was really short. And so I changed it. But I had hoped to just get through. I last worked on this in 2023, and I had these two spools done and part of this first mouse. And so I just figured I'd do her and the quilt, right? I'd get through that much, and then I'd put it down and I'd come back to it later. And this one, I just kind of got excited about it. Like, I don't know why, and took off on it, and I got it fully finished. And I mean, I know it's a little over the top and there's a little much, but I had so much fun doing this. And this is what it looks like, fully finished. And I added all kinds of little buttons and patini buttons and miscellaneous buttons for my stash, miscellaneous little trinkets for my stash. There's some real needles and stuff like that, real buttons. And I just think it turned out so cute. I added lace to their dresses, and I added just all kinds of little things here and there. And I've already seen at least one person post their version of it where they went back and they added some of the stuff, like lace and stuff to the chart. And people are like, I hope you don't mind. Listen, I don't mind, especially when you give credit, because that's kind of nice. First of all, I like to see it, and second of all, it's kind of nice. It's just a nice thing to do. but she had done hers and went back and added some lace and that kind of stuff, and it looks so cute. It looks so cute. So I always love that. If you see something on my stuff that you're just like, that is the coolest thing ever, yes, use it. It's okay. Credit would be great, but you know, life's too short. And the fact, mostly I'd like to see. I want to see what you did so I can like shout you out and stuff. And so I had so much fun with this. Let me hold it up. I did lazy daisies and some made up flowers, and I added some lace, and there's some more made up flowers over here in French knots. And I think you should have fun with your stitching. I just think that you should make the charts your own. I think you should just enjoy it. Anyways, I had moved this around a bit. And again, if you've seen this on my other social medias, it's all over the place. But I think I'm gonna start adding my stuff to the posts here on YouTube, so that you guys can see that and get the information off of my community page. If you go to my Mouse Potato Designs, the main page of the channel, and you click on posts, you can see the community page, which brings up all the posts that I've shared with you guys. And so I think I'm going to start putting stuff there also, so that if you're not on Instagram or Facebook, you still have access to the information. So I'm going to make a note to remember to do that. But anyways, I love how this turned out. And that is another finish for me of a really old whip. And I'm just kind of proud of myself that I'm getting them done. I'm just getting them done. All right, so I have two, only because they're on the same piece of fabric. I have two weekend quickies to share with you. The first one is a freebie from Heart and Hand. It's Do What You Love Stitch. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this one. It's all over the place. And the second one I have is from the Little Stitcher. It's called the Sheep Day, and it's another freebie. And I like her stuff, but I don't know anything about her that much. That was weird. Anyways, this is what it looks like, and it's a free chart you can get on her her website, and I'll put all this stuff down below. So, but they're little tiny, so I don't know how you're gonna see, but let's try it. Okay, so here is the Do What You Love, and I just used colors from my stash, and I think it turned out really super cute. And then this teeny tiny thing is what that little the Sheep Day one looks like. And of course I did French knots for the snow and all of that kind of stuff. So I think it turned out really, really cute. I think they both turned out really cute. And yeah, tiny. I don't know what I'm going to do with either one of them, especially this one. It's tiny, but it's so fun. So yeah, this is an example of a weekend quickie because it's just very quick. All right. Get in a pile that's going to fall over. If you hear a crash, it's because it fell over. All right. Put that down there. Next up. All right. If y'all know, you know, I am a huge fan of Crochet Go-Go in general, but of her In the City series. And I have them all, pretty sure. I've completed Spring in the City, and I'm now tandemly working dark and light, tandemly working on Autumn in the City and Halloween in the City. And I'm having a blast on it. I love these charts. They talk to me. They have a story. I didn't do a story with these this time. But they talk to me, and I can see a whole story written around them. But anyways, this is Autumn in the City. This is what the chart looks like. And I changed a lot on it. First of all, I used really dark fabric, and then I'm moving the colors around. I'm using the called for, but I'm moving the colors around. And so this is what mine looks like. And so this time I got this one done, and I love how the corn turned out. It's so cute. Didn't it look like little kernels of corn, right? And I just think it's turned out cute. This is supposed to be an orange house, and I changed it to a purple house because there was no purple in this. I think there was like, yeah, just this flower was purple. Well, we can't have that. What? No. And so I added a lot. Added purple here and here, and yeah. So next time I'm hoping to finish the middle box and so on and so forth. I'd like to say I'd like to get this done by the end of the year. Probably not going to happen, but I'm going to make a huge dent in it, I hope. And so that's Autumn in the City by Crochet Goko. And I think this is called Earth by Fiber on the Whim fabric. Not positive. Yes, I think so. Pretty sure. I don't remember. I know. Everybody's like, you should write it down. You are absolutely right. I should. That's what Instagram and Facebook are for. All right, next, my last whip finish, last stitching is Halloween in the City. And this one, I'm just going to show photos of it, of part of it, but you'll see why. Okay, so this is Halloween in the City. And I had done just the middle part of this top row the last time I worked on it. And so I finished that whole top row. And this is what it's looking like. And what I can't show you in the middle of the day is anything you see that is stitched in white or yellow glows in the dark. And I'll show a picture right here. But yep, all of the white and all of the yellow glow in the dark. It's so cool. I went through every glow in the dark thread known to man. I tried them all, and I ended up using glow in the dark yarn because most of the glow in the dark thread either didn't glow very brightly or it had like a green tint to it. And I just liked the yellow and the white of these two yarns. I have all this information linked if you want to use them. And it works so good. It's really difficult to stitch with. I can only use pieces that are about this long because it's just yarn. So it's not meant to be pulled apart, you know. But I just love how it turned out. I love this fabric. I think it's Hydrangea by Fiber on the Whim. And I just think I wanted mine to be dark and moody and a nighttime scene. And I think it's coming across really good. Yep. And so we'll move on with that one when I get to that. But at least I'm getting some stitching done on them. So progress. All right. So that was my stitching that I've gotten done. Now I've got a whole bunch of haul and plans to talk about. So I'll be right back. All right. So I thought it would be a little easier to see things in detail if I put them down on the table. So hopefully this will work and there'll be enough light. It's the best I can do. All right, so let's start with these cool button things. I have just another button company posted on their Instagram, Facebook, something, these folk garden folk floral buttons, and I went nuts over them. I had to have them all. I think I've got all of them but one, and yeah, I had to have them. But this is what the package looks like, and hopefully it's bright enough, but this is what the buttons look like. So this one is called, I have no idea, daisies. Okay, so it looks like this. And then this is what the buttons look like. Look at those buttons, you guys. Aren't they the coolest thing? And my idea is to take and do the same thing that they did with them, but I'm going to put in my favorite words instead of the words that they provided. And I just think they're so cute. So that one is Daisy. And then I also got, like I said, I got most of them. This one is Posy Bouquet, and it looks like this. And these are the buttons. Where's the camera here? There we go. Oh, so cute. So cute. Yep. And I got Rustic Poppy. And they look like that. And I got Dandelion. I love this one. It looks like that. And like I said, hopefully this is in sight. So cute. All right. And then I got Honeysuckle. And the beads look like that. And I got Daffodil. And these are layered. I love the frog. And they look like this. Oh, they're stacked on top of each other. Well, there's more back there, but that's what they look like. So cute. And I got Pink Poppy. And it looks like that. And then when I was shopping to get these, they had more. And so they had this little kit, and I wish it was a sheep, but it's not. But that's okay because it's still cute. Look at this. The Pokey Turtle. And it was you could get, I think, just the buttons or just the tutorial, and I bought the whole kit. And so it comes with a whole bunch of stuff, but this is what the finish looks like. And then it has all of the buttons, the wool, the little wool balls, the hoop. It has everything that you need to make the kit. It seems very dark. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about it, you guys. And so I'm very excited to make that. So that was the folk floral buttons that I got from just another button company. And because, did I mention I'm obsessed with those? Yeah, they also have a subscription service for them. And so it is called, this one was the app, this is the May version. And it's, oh, by the way, you get a free chart. You can download that off their website also, but it is a subscription service for folk floral buttons. And I signed up for it. I have no subscription services. I now have one because I'm obsessed. This one is May's. It's called Crab Apple Blossom. And you guys, wait till you see that. It comes in this cute little tin. I'm going to try really hard not to hoard these, but look at the buttons. Ah, can you see? Look at these. They're so nice. And they have, I mean, they're finished so nice. There's a bird and a tomato and this kind of leaf. What else is in here? There's just all kinds of goodies in here. That thing, whatever that is, a different kind of leaf. Oh, there's a spool. I mean, they're so nice. And so this is what I got for the subscription service. This is for May's. There'll be another one that comes out in August. And again, I'll put all this information down below. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get anything for sharing any of this stuff. I paid for all of this myself. Yeah, they're just so cute, aren't they? All right, so I'm just going to stick them back, oh geez, in the envelope. Instead of well, I guess I could just, okay. We'll just do it that way. All right, hold on. Hold, please. There's some of them are so tiny. Tiny, tiny. Look at the little tiny leaves. Leaves. All right, so that's the Crab Apple Blossom. I think if you order now, or if you sign up now, you still get this one until August. So that was that subscription for that. All right. So that's all the buttons from that I got from that. And I need to go back and get the 4th of July ones because they had fireworks. And I said, no, you don't need that. And it's been haunting my dreams. So I kind of need to get it. All right. Other random thing is this. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see the picture. This is for memory decks. Rolodex, if you guys know what Rolodex is, or memory decks, that's what the original plan was for this. And I don't know if you can see it, but it turns into a sled. Okay, see right there. And my thought is that this would be a great way to store or display, depending on how I want to do it, my Christmas and winter smalls, was to just stack it up, not use the memory decks part of it, just use it as a box and stack all of my Christmas stuff in it, decorate it, paint it up like a red sleigh, and all that kind of stuff. And I just thought that'd be a cute way to display, and then you could just kind of go through it and that kind of stuff. So that's my random thingy there. And I got this from buttonfarmclub.com. I love that website. I'm also a memory keeper, and so I'm obsessed with that website. But yeah, they have a really good selection of these boxes. They have this little truck and this little house, and yeah, they're just awesome. I really like that company, or I really like these products. All right, so the next thing that I got was from Amazon, and I got more buttons because I'm obsessed. And I got these little tiny buttons. I'm not going to take them out, but they're little teeny tiny buttons, and they're like different shapes and stuff like that. I got them on Amazon. I also picked up some of these random just wood looking buttons. I don't think they're wood. I think they're plastic. I don't know, but I liked the rustic look of them. Don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but yeah. So there's those. I picked up these threading things, and I haven't used them yet, so I don't know if they work. I thought it was for threading the sewing machine, but I can't figure them out. And so I don't know. I'll have to report back on those. The other thing I got from Amazon was this thing, and I don't travel anywhere, but I like to make things. And so it's this little, I don't know if you guys have seen them, you probably have, but it's like the little jewelry cabinet cases that everybody's making traveling kits out of. Well, I saw this and I thought, what a great all-in-one, because not only is it like a jewelry case where you open it up and you have pockets inside, but it is also an easel. And so I thought, I bought the blue one because it was on sale. There's a pink one also, but it comes apart, and you have these two, let's see, I can't remember. Yeah, there's these two pockets in it, and then it has these that slide out like this. All right, and then you have this pocket, if I can get it open here. See, it came with like little kid stuff. But I thought you could decorate this up so cute. And then when you have these open and you have these open, you then take this in the back. Figure this out here. Ouch. There we go. And then you take this little thingy, and it makes, well, you probably can't see. Hold on. There. It makes an easel. So I was just thinking, how cool would that be to travel with your charts, and then you have all your stuff in it. So you just, you could put magnets in the back of these to hold everything in place, and it would just be like a great all-in-one. I don't know. I just thought it was cute. So I'm going to try to make something out of it because I'm obsessed with just making it. I don't travel. I don't go anywhere, but I just thought it was really, really cute. And it all folds up into this little, hold on, you got to have everything going the right way, this little box. And I just thought that was so neat. Yeah. And so I'll leave the link to all this stuff down below, but I just thought that was cool that it would be great for traveling for stitching. But anyway, so there's that. All right, next thing I got off of Amazon was I want to make some felt things, and so I got this humongous package of felt. I liked the colors in it, and it had a relatively, sorry, loud, a relatively good price point, because I just eventually I want to get into like wool and that kind of stuff. I think this is a wool blend, if I remember correctly. Okay, get rid of that noisy thing. But what I liked was it had a huge assortment of colors. And so I want to try playing with it. There's also a natural set that I'm also going to get. But I thought this would be great for like learning to use felt. And oh, I've turned it, sorry. Learning to use felt to make things. And I just thought this was a good collection of felt. Last thing I got off of Amazon was this stitchy book, and it's not what I thought it was, but it would still do what I want it to do because I'm just going to poke holes. But it came just like this, and it's just a stitch book for how different stitches. And my plan is to go ahead and poke. This is paper. I thought it was fabric. It's not. I don't know. I didn't read the directions, so I just bought it. But it has the basic embroidery stitches, and so what I'm going to do is poke holes and then actually stitch on the paper the different stitches so that I can see at a glance different stitches. Yeah. Lazy daisy, straight stitch. I don't know. I didn't need it, but it was like $1. And so I got it. So anyways, I thought this was kind of cute and fun. And for some reason, I ended up with 2 of these. And so if you leave Stitch Book in the comments, I am going to give it away. Please don't put giveaway or anything like that. Just put Stitch Book somewhere in your comment and you will be entered into the giveaway for this little book. It's fun. It's, hey, it's free, right? So yeah, it's just a cute little stitch book. Yeah. So that was the last thing I picked up from Amazon, and yeah, just a little bit of shopping there. But then then I went chart shopping because there was like National Stitch Day or Mother's Day or this sale, memorial sale, this sale, that sale, clearance thing and stuff. And so I kind of took advantage of that and went shopping. So would you like to see? All right, hang on. All right, last part of it. Shopping. Okay, I saw that the last part was actually kind of dark. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Eventually I will have an entire space to video in, and right now it's like, oh look, there's a flat corner. Let's go there. Anyways, I picked up the February, no, I don't know what month this was. Not this month. So it would have been May, the May one. The free chart from Primrose Cottage. Anyways, I picked this up because it was purple and it said I had to have it. And I actually even purchased the entire finishing kit for it. And so I'm kind of excited because I've never made a pillow like that before. And I hope there's directions because I don't know how to make a pillow like that. There was not directions in the chart, and there was nothing with the kit, which is sad because, I mean, you put out a kit to make something and you didn't provide instructions. So anyways, that's just me. But I think it's so super cute for a freebie. I don't believe you can get this anymore for free. You probably can purchase it now. And then I don't believe there was any more of the kits either, but I just wanted to show that I purchased the kit for that little freebie there. And so one day I will get that stitched. Okay, next thing, most of this I got from 123 Stitch because it's my go-to. I did get some stuff from Silver Needle. I don't know where. It doesn't really matter. You can buy these anywhere. But the first thing I got was this Jardin Pavé. I've had this on my wish list for absolutely ever. And I've gone back and forth, back and forth. I need it. I don't need it. I need it. I don't need it. And then I bought it because, yeah. The problem is that I can't find an Ada band fabric that's long enough and wide enough for this. And so I did buy, what are you? 20 count Rustico oatmeal Ada fabric. Uh, I think it's going to be long enough. It's 36 inches, 21 by 36. So I'm hoping I can just make a strip out of it and stitch that on it. I don't know. Yeah. I couldn't find a band, you know, the long bands to do with it. And I don't stitch on linen. So that was also a problem, but I just think it's so cool. I think it's going to look really cool. So there's that one. And then I bought floss. I've been picking up floss whenever I order from 123 Stitch. First of all, they have great prices and great shipping, but also because the prices of everything are going to go up and are going up. And so I just have been picking up to stuff my stash when I just click the chart, I click all the called for colors and I add them even if I'm not going to use them because I'm trying to build a stash. Anyways, I picked up Grow Whirly Gig, I think it's called, from Heart and Hand. I just think that's so cute. So cute. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. I don't even know when I'm going to stitch it. It might be a weekend quickie because it's little. And so there's that. But I got that. And then from the Silver Needle, they had I'm pretty sure it was the Silver Needle. They had a 40% off sale for Memorial Day. And so I picked up some of the Heart and Hand square dances that I was missing from my collection. And I got, these are not in order, sorry. I got the Halloween 1 square dance. I got the Halloween 2 square dance. I also have their monthly square dance that's going to be, I think, a next year start. And then I got number 3 square dance. They're so cute. And I also picked up the Christmas square dance, number 1, number 2, and of course, number 3. So now I have the whole collection of these. And these are what I was talking about to go in. Hold on. Hold, please. Oh, that sleigh would be stuff like this, you know, where I just have a random couple of them and then I would just stack them. I finish them just like they're called for here and I would put them in here. If I don't put them on my new seasonal tree, and I'll show you that one at the end of the video, but this was the general idea of series that are like this, putting them in something like this. So all right, the next series that I had FOMO on, I had bought this one a while back, the Autumn Gathered Pumpkins. And I thought that's the only one I need. I don't really need any other ones. And then I had serious series FOMO. So I ended up going back and getting the pine cones, the wildflowers, and of course, I got the butterflies because look at all that purple. So I got all 4 of those because I'm a series hoe and I have to have the whole series. So I got that. Okay, another Jardin Pavé I picked up was this one because I thought it would be a lot of fun to do. I just like all the different motifs and things. So that'll be cute someday. That who knows when. I picked up this Little House Needleworks. What are you called? Winter Whites. And It's got like winter words in it, but I may put a winter saying there instead. So I haven't decided on that. So there's that one. Um, Next one I picked up was this one. This one I think went viral, but I cannot wait to stitch this. I see so many specialty stitches that I can play with on this, and it's just gorgeous. I did order the call for flosses for it because I just like the colors that came in it, and they're just beautiful. But yeah, so I did get the Scarlet House wallflowers. I think a lot of people pick that one up. I had never heard, and again, it's either French or Italian, so you know. But look at this one, and I don't stitch a lot of Halloween. No particular reason. I just not yet. I mean, I have a lot of things in front of it, but I saw this one with the quirky houses, and I had to have it. Yeah. So, and it's kind of big. It looks little, but that's kind of big. But anyways, I think that's adorable. And this is, I'm not even going to try, y'all. That's the brand. But aren't they cute? Yeah, I love that. And then filigram, cross stitch filigram, I think is filigram.com. I got, again, 123 stitches where I got most of these. I think they're a silver needle. That's, I don't remember now. Anyways, I got this one called Nice Snowflakes, and it looks like that. So cute. So cute. And let's see, other things I picked up. Oh, these were on sale. I'm pretty sure these were silver needle on sale. Pretty sure. I love these little tiny ones. This again is one of those that I'd probably put in the sleigh, but this is incredibly difficult to see. So good luck. I'll put it up close. But it is called Santa's Flight, and it has these three kind of go together. Um, I love the finish on it, but I do like it as pillows too. But I thought these would be cute in that sleigh also. And again, it's by Shepherd's Bush. And then another Halloween one. I just thought this one was so cute. This one is by Imaginating, another brand I'd never heard. Design Sandra Cosinello. Sorry. But yeah, I like this one. Black and white chart. But I loved the mice dancing. I thought that was cute. All right. Next up, I got from the I know I got them from the Silver Needle because they are labeled Silver Needle. I picked up Drawn Thread came out with the Stitcher's Garden, and I have never clicked buy so quick in my entire life. But I can also say I have major price tag regrets. Not that anything on Silver Needle, this is just one of the most expensive charts I've ever owned in my entire life. And I was like, what am I thinking? Charts are getting super expensive, and I'm going to start getting super picky about what I buy because some of them are really detailed and worth the money, and some of them are just price jacked up. I'm sorry. That's my 2 cents on it. I mean, I have actually seen ones that were this size that were like $15. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I just not going to do it. I understand prices go up, but yeah. Anyways, that's a tangent. I won't get off onto it, but I got this one by the Drawn Thread. It's called the Stitcher's Garden, and this is what it looks like. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I cannot wait to stitch it. It's like a perfect combination of gardening and stitching, and I just love everything about it. Yeah. So my other most expensive was Jeanette Douglas's her seasons in the garden. Yeah, I got all 4 of those too. So, but they're not here yet. Anyways, while I was there, to get free shipping, you had to have so much money, and so I picked up this chart by Erica Michaels. It was like 75% off, so ignore the price tag. But what I got it for was I want to learn how to make all of these things. The chart is cute and the design is cute, but I really want to learn how to make like the strawberry and the scissor fob and the pin cushion and all of these things. So that's what I bought this one for, and I thought that would be cute to to help me learn how to do that. All right, next thing I got is another French designer, because of course it is. I ran across this one and ran to her site to buy it. I just thought it was adorable, and it is she turns it into a box. Does she show it? No, but she turned this into like a Kleenex box, the four sides of a Kleenex box. I'm going to turn it into four sides of a box, but I don't know exactly. It won't be a Kleenex box, but I just thought that was super duper cute. I don't know if you can see. There we go. And it is cute, cute, cute. Let me see, here is her information. That is where you can find her on Instagram. And yeah, and that's her logo thing there. But I loved it. I had to have it right away. And while I was on her website, it was really difficult to shop on her website because the translation is not that great. And then you go to buy it, and nothing happens. There's no download, there's no information that says, hey, I'll be sending you the charts. Nothing, at least that I could find. What happens if you do buy from her shop is that she does send you the copies, but they are a hot mess in the email. They're just, some of it's photos, some of it's PDF, some of it's a hot mess. I love the charts, but I was very disappointed in the lack of information on her website. I was also really disappointed in how the charts were emailed. I had to put them together myself as a PDF to print it together. It's just a hot mess. And so it's like I ordered this one because I wanted to learn how to make that ball, but basically the directions for making that ball, by the way, they're all in French. There is no English translation for it. I had to translate it to English. And not that she has to, of course, but this is the directions you get for putting her chart together. That's pretty much it. And so although I do love this, I probably won't buy any more from her. It's just too much mental work for me. And I mean, like I said, this came in pieces. It was just pieces added into it. And so did this chart. The email came with just pieces. Some of it was some parts were combined PDFs, some parts were just loose PDFs. And it was just kind of a hot mess. And there's very little information on making this stuff, at least that I can tell. Again, it's all in French. There is no translation. She did send me this nice little free chart with it. That's very cute and very nice of her also. I love the designs. I just think there's not much follow through on the charts. And yeah, the charts are a little difficult to read also. And again, like I said, they are in French. And so you have to translate it all yourself, which again, it's fine. She's not required to put everything in English, but like a lot of the patterns I buy that have like 3D items like this, they are really thick, because especially for the price of these two charts were $25. And I expected directions on how to put this together. She advertises this as a Kleenex box, and there is no instructions at all on how to make it into that at all. And so I don't know what else to say. I don't want to badmouth her or anything. Nobody's required to do anything when they create charts. Everybody has their own right to do whatever they want. It's just, if you're selling something that is meant to be 3D, charts that I have that are meant to be 3D are pages and pages and pages long, because there's step by step instructions on how you create something like this. And there's not anything like that. So just to end on a sour note, sorry. Be aware of that if you buy from this designer, that there's very little instructions on how to put things together. But her work is beautiful, and I am excited to figure this out and make one of these. I think it's so cool. I'm going to do mine in purple, of course. And yeah, so that is what I have been doing over the last few months. I have one more thing to show you guys that I have to change the camera angle for, because it is huge, but I'm uber excited about it. And so I will be right back to show you that. So that's that. Last thing I have to share is big. All right, I have wanted one of these forever, and I finally bought a China hutch that it can go on top of, which I can't show you from here, but it is, I don't want to hit the ceiling fan, but I bought myself one of these Christmas trees. I don't know if you guys have seen these, and I don't know how much you can see. It's really hard to photograph, but it has all of these little hanging branches that you can hang all kinds of finishes on. And I, of course, did not bring anything to show that you could hang things on it, but it'll hold up to a 6-inch on here if you wanted to go that big. And so I want to make this into my seasonal tree. I got it on Amazon. It comes in different, this is a 48, there's a 36, and then there's a 6-foot. And so I went middle because I figure I can just make it the size I want. And yeah, I mean, I just think it'll be fun. I want to take the star off, and I want to put a clip here so that I can change out for the season what the top looks like. But yeah, I can't wait to be able to decorate it. And yeah, that's the last thing I got to share. So if you're still here, I thank you so much. I have no idea when the next Flosstube is going to be. Probably end of summer into fall, probably, mostly because we are renovating. We've just finished up the laundry room. Next is this room and my bathroom that's right back there, the master bathroom. It's getting completely redone, and I don't know where we're going from there. We've got a bunch of outside. If you follow me on my little realities all over social media, that is my everyday life happening stuff. And so you can, if you are interested, you can check over on those pages for what's going on. But needless to say, I am going to keep up with my stitching, but I have no idea when I will be back to do a floss tube. So I just want to forewarn you on that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer. So far, it has been very productive, and we've put in an entire back wall in our shop. We've redone and added doors and windows. We've put in a huge fence on the back of our property and gates, and we've redone my laundry room and part of the hallway and Joshua's bathroom. And it's just been a very, very busy year. It will continue to be a very, very busy year. And by the end of this year, 90% of my house will be completely renovated except for my kitchen. And that's next spring. And hopefully we will have most of the property done also. And then we can quit working on structural projects. Then we make everything pretty. That's what I'm hoping for. If you pop over Instagram or Facebook, you will also see that I am trying to pick out a color for my craft room. So if you would like to vote in on that, I will try to remember to put that post also in the community tab here on YouTube. Again, just go to my main page and hit posts at the top, and you will see all of the things I've been sharing there. If you have comments or questions, please leave them down below. Remember, Stitchbook, if you are interested in maybe winning a copy of this. And I hit 100,000 subscribers, or 11,000 subscribers, 100,000. Ha! Who am I kidding? I hit 11,000 subscribers on Instagram. Thank you so much. And I will be, I hope, around the 11,111 range having a giveaway, because I can't get to my stuff that I was going to do at 11,000. So hopefully by then I will be able to get to that part of my house. Anyways, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful stitchy day. I will see you in the next one. Bye.